Mr. One-on-One, the trench town boy.
That's correct. The trench town boy. And we're here this morning to have a conversation, a civil conversation with Gintu. I must start by asking him, Gintu, welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome and welcome again. Here we are, it's One-on-One live, coming out from this position, arranged, and here we are in this One-on-One live. Welcome from wherever you are. Everybody, welcome to the session as we are starting it up right now, and this is the beginning. Here we go. Whenever you throw a stone to somewhere where maybe a gathering of people is, then you hear a very loud noise coming out from that gathering. You know it has hit somebody. So this is a direct quote to one person called Kenge, who is talking about, I've never talked about, somebody if he can just come out and say that, you know what? Somebody is giving me some names, somebody is giving me some names. I don't know if that stone hit you. Who told you I mean it's you? Whenever I say the con person, do I mean somebody? Do I mean it's you? Do I mean it's your dad? Why do you want to differentiate and substantiate some of the things that you're not hit of? Maybe then it's you. Maybe. Let's say it is. The yesterday topic was about its_Gintu, always a one person, one man army called the real G. It was a discussion that every time it was pointing at me and everybody was pointing at me. And you know the impact I'm carrying onto Nyabohanse. And this is a super direct chat to Kenge and the fraternity that you are talking about. You're going to be sending people to my parents. That's a very big warning I'm giving you. I'm not your age, but I can teach you too. And don't bear talking about you're going to be sending people to my parents to do what? Have I ever sent some people to your parents? You talked about you don't know them. How do you send people to people you don't know? What about me? I don't know even your parents. I don't recognize their presences. I've never sent somebody there. They're the ones following me. So are they the ones you are going to send? Or you're going to send somebody to delete? In quotation, I don't know. Your points were pointless, never had any kind of a meaningful thought, resembling nothing unto the entire ecosystem. As you are a maid in Argentina, many of the things that do happen unto the village, you don't know right now. All the people who come, and you have already spoken that they come not only for the purpose of your own family, but for all the people who are around Nyabohanse fraternity. To a special dedication to everyone who is just onto this platform right now. It's talking about taking advantage of the guests who arrive to Nyabohanse in a courtesy that its Kenge family, they have come to see nor check. But the real fact They come intentionally, knowing that it's for your own courtesy, but they have a deeper meaning of helping the surrounding, which is, I always call, the ecosystem. It's not only your family is part of that ecosystem, but there are so many families that are around and attached and to the sections of where your home is. I am 1 to 1.5 kilometers from your village. I'm like the 4th village from you. And that's where I have lands. And that's why I purchased lands. And much of my presence and also my businesses, I do run onto that section. And just trying to control a person who is even the dad of your dad, who is even a dad to many of the dads and to the village. Talking about you just go come with more money and bring things so as we can store at the villa. What an iconic. You talk about substantiate. How can you substantiate that one? This is a festive season that all the students, parents, vulnerables, including widows, girl child, children, disabled, and all the people who have unconditional circumstances unto their lives, maybe poor, maybe poverty has overtaken, they're up to this ecosystem we are. How do you want them to benefit from the people you're talking about? Whenever you come next, come with the things, and yet the things are already stored. They have to wait for me, so as whenever I arrive unto the village, I wanna give my first family first, my wife's buckets and all the bags. They should be full before I disburse others to only YouTubers who follow me. Direct quotation from Kenge. To Mr. Cecil yesterday, he was acting perpendicularly per unit area and time he was, saying that he came for the benefit and there's no one could have the presents or for the everyone, and he has never ever seen a good father like the con dad, a good mother like the con mom. He was hearing you. What are you going to talk about it? You think it was the truth? Substantiate. The full meaning of Mr. Cecil, I can just remember it was very early in the morning. He used one of the Kenge boys called Gake, and he called me and he told me, Gintu, how are you? I answered, I'm very fine. What about you? The second thought was, there's somebody who wants to speak to you. Can you? I said, yes, I can. Who is he or she? The guy said, here he is. I quoted, he is. The sound I heard from the background was Yaman. I knew this is a guest. I'm receiving some materials, guys. Let me confirm. Hello. Eh. Eh. Okay. Oh, sawa. Oh, sawa, no problem. Kesho? Yeah, no problem. That is a phone call from the materials that I'm always receiving, and it's my money that I'm using to make sure that I want to construct a house which is giving people a headache. They have never seen a person who is fighting Kenge to make sure that obedience, equality is always unto the village, should be available unto the village, can ever and ever. This is the engineer. Yes, poa sana engineer. Niko nyumbani sahi. Sawa, no problem. Thank you. So this is the engineer again, who is coming to check the space for the construction. And it's going to be very, very worse for the Kenge fraternity, thinking about we are the people sponsoring unto your village so as they can only construct houses. I'm using my money and I have assets. I told you I stocked chicken farming. I have roasters. I have eggs. I'm selling 4 crates a day. 1 crate is 500 shillings. 4 crates, it's 2,000 shillings per day. For 30 days, I think you can calculate it. Roasters 1 is 1,000 shillings. I have more than 100. You can calculate. Still engaging in other businesses of farming. Right now, all the schools have just closed, and the Form 4s are ongoing with their tests. And what I can assure you, I'm taking checks from schools. No deal of talking about sugar. Home is not a problem in terms of eating. We have green bananas attached already onto the segment. There's a time you talked about, I told this boy, which is Kenge quoting direct, to just construct, but he went to buy a cow from Kibes section, which is Eldoret, which is Nandi County. And also, I talked about I have to put my assets together before other things roll. That's the idea Kenge doesn't have. The brain is a little bit lower, like a pupil, not even a student. Mr. Cecil, him talked to me, quoting the direct phrasal and abbreviations that the sound he used, whereas to confuse me or to interrogate or to insist or to emphasize that please, 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 Gintu, can we have a meeting? I allowed him and I asked, where specifically do you want us to meet? He said, I'll just leave it to you to analyze it, then tell me at what time do you want to meet? It was a question to me. I answered, At 10 a.m., I will call you when I finish checking the point that we can meet and make our awareness and run fantastically. He said, well done. Let me call you at that 10 a.m. and you tell us the venue where we shall meet. Point taken. I was taking care of my chicken at that period of time, and I was assured that I have to take care of my own things to put them into a position that they're going to be very fine before things got worse. When it reached at 10 a.m., Gake called me and told me, hello. I answered, hello, Masubo. He's called Masubo because he was called only Masubo during that time. We used to know that name. Gake is just a fixed name called a small, Kasmol, which is something small, Gake. And I answered, I've selected one of the hotels, but which one do you think is the perfect? I challenged him. He said, we're gonna go to Vanna Hotel, which is in Migori town. And I said, thank you. I prepared my people to take control. It might be a setup. Then I told them where to meet me alongside the road, not at my home. And they came, the driver was Kibe. Mr. Cecil was sitting in front seat opposite to Mr. Kibe, the driver, or the doctor in quotation. Whenever they saw me, before even he could he was just pressing the brake, before he could just pull up the handbrake, he had already opened the door of the car and he was down. Mr. Cecil, I quote, he rushed to me and succumbed and talked about, he just hugged me obnoxiously, and he hugged me with the full body, stomach erected and breasts hanging. I felt that it's like I've been hugged with an elephant, and I was like now a calf inside an elephant, fixed. He shook me like a dancer. He shook my hand like a vibrator. And I knew this person had that love, and he wanted to make sure that this love coexist. And he needed to see me, and it was very urgent, and he was looking for me. The good purpose is, I said, there's a day he was just grading the road from the main road of Nyabohanse towards the villa and passing through the homesteads of the people. And I said that was a development that I cannot say the negative of it, but I know the benefit of development of the road. If it's in terms of emergencies, you will know what I mean in terms of the road construction. I just brought out a video saying, with this one, I don't agree with the less gangs of Nyabohanse. It's a development of our zone. He checked that video and he was impressed. And he talked and he asked me one question whenever he met me and hugged me. Why did you decide to do such kind of a video so as you can take over my brain? I answered, I'm a content creator I know which step I will be to get to your brain. Not that you are a big person and I'm a small person, I cannot integrate you and get the real concept about what you like and what you don't. He said, man, you are a very brilliant person, you are a very intelligent person, and today it's going to be a history to be evolving, and this history I'm going to be the Bob Marley, and you know what Bob Marley did in terms of mediation in the third, talk about the second and the first world classes, world countries. Bob Marley was once a mediator, and he did a fantastic job to mediate the politicians and bring them together from different phases. He said a direct quotation to me that way, and he said, today it's going to be written unto the gazettes of Kenya, the Kenyan Gazette, that Gintu has met a mediator of him and Kenge. I was, okay, no problem. He asked Gake, can you give us a very cool photo, me and Gintu, and this gonna be a history to be remarkable. Was I the one, or this was the quotations from Mr. Cecil himself? Was I speaking? Then all of the boys, Gake and also Kibe, they came down. Kibe took my stand and said, bro, I honor your dignity. I respect you. This is the stand that is broadcasting things one-on-one live and people getting the real concept outside here. And I said, that is the symbol of the national unity in Nyabohanse. That stand. He started opening and checking it how it is, while Mr. Gake was saying that let's have a selfie, both of us. All of them, they were done with the phone of Mr. Cecil. Even Mr. Kibe himself took a selfie from his phone and said, this is a history. Kenge, wherever you are nothing. A history is coming, not that you are the one to remark it and make it happen. Other people bypassed you already, sleeping. The valid point, we went to a certain hotel called Vanna Hotel that it was selected already with Mr. Gake. And I received a text from my person who was there already talking about the site is safe. I entered the car. Whenever we reached at Vanna Hotel, we were told they were just shocked as waiters were running to me saying, you are lost, welcome. And nobody recognized them. They thought only Kenge fraternity are the people who are going to big hotels and get good meals. But unfortunately, even us, we are part of that team always. You taught us and we went with that legacy out. We still use it. Then we asked that we're gonna be having a very neat place, and there was so much noise coming out from the swimming pool, and they said it was a Sunday, as it was like a Friday, I think, or a Saturday. And that day, it was a Sabbath day that they opened Sabbath music the whole day at the swimming pool. So it was making noise. And we said, can they a little bit tune the voice down of the Sabbath music so as we can have a content, and also from there we shall have a meal. Then we just disperse. Unfortunately, they said if you want to shoot videos, you have to pay for the venue. Then you will just pay for the service that, or you will pay for the things that you are going to order, like food, and be served for you. I said, this is bullshit. It's not a must we be here. Let's go for a hotel that accommodate and knows that these are the visitors, and we're gonna accept them the way they are. We said, and we agreed, both of us, for Fox. We said, let's go back to Joffa Hotel that I'm always employed there to make 2-3 things in terms of fish farming and maintenance, stability of that zone that is not yet opened for anyone to go there. We came back to Joffa Hotel. As we reached, we were received with warm greetings and a very cool welcoming. And now we were the people to choose which site, which kind of a gazebo can we sit, relax, and get everything. We sat at a place of a gazebo. Then everybody, like me, Mr. Kibe had my stand already, and he was just opening the zip. Then he erected it with an immediate effect, saying that it's like a studio stand because it turns 360 degrees and also up and down. He said, Gintu, you are the real G. I respected it. Then we started a conversation as some of the starters came, or the squatches, and much of the things that they were taking were liquor, both of the three. But me, I was taking fruits, making sure that there's no challenging, there's no concept. It can just bypass me so as I can hear you. And I was about, hey waiter, give them two bottles. If a bottle of Tusker is of 40% alcohol, now you have 80% of alcohol onto your body. So you will just have to tell everything out, spill everything out, and tell me your all protocol that you have unto the villa. My intention. We talked, we randomly talked, and even he came to a point, Mr. Cecil himself said, Mr. Gintu, I want to help you even in sanitary needs. If you have a problem, I will just call me, and I'm going to give you a number of my WhatsApp. You call me and we conversate on what you need, and I will give it to you. I was very much thanks. Fantastic. We continued. He said that I'm gonna be making sure that I am opening a facility that will be having children playing zone, basketball, swimming, and tutor for the children or the minors who will be coming to learn. And I said to Kenge's dad that I don't want a personal land. What I need is a government land. I said respect for that. And he said, Gintu, be part of the program. We go ahead. He had a good thought. Eventually, I was recording everything, and all of us were recording, and the person who was behind the cameras was Gake, who was recording. And even some of the videos that I have onto my clips, they were recorded, not only mine, but from Gake and all of the three, and I was not part of that videos, and they sent them to me via their laptop. And they said, you should have a closing remarks, And you should give me, because sometimes I do talk about keep it tuned, keep it locked. Much of the things gonna coming, and this is the beginning. Mr. Cecil was obsessed with that start, and he said, send it to me. I can even trigger some people to my relation. I was, thank you very much. You are on point. If the conversation went, and whenever now I uploaded my video, Kenge himself called Mr. Kibe, and Kibe called me, and he was frustrated. I was just not in a normal condition. He asked me, Mr. Gintu, wherever you are, how are you, bro? I've seen the video is running like Safari Rari. Please, it has brought some chaos. Mr. Kenge has called Mr. Cecil, and now Mr. Cecil is obsessed at the villa. Quoted, and he told me, don't record me. I saw it that, bro, I honor your dignity. I cannot record that one. And he told me, he has called me too. And he's saying, what have we done? It means Mr. Kenge is always watching me. Appreciation to you and honor of to you and everything that you are doing, because you are watching my videos. Mr. Kenge, for that one, very big salute for watching my videos. Then he told me, please Gintu, can I request you one thing? Quoting Mr. Kibe live. Please, can you put that video in a private? Because things are now fire outside here. I said, why? Whenever we were having a thought and a call, and we were having a chit chat, I said it from my mouth. It's gonna be a hard and a very, very hard decision for you coming to me and me having to, because I have an audience that's watching me too, and you have an audience which is watching you too. You have to make sure that you are having a very deep thought and a hard decision to do when you want to post it. And they were told not to post the videos. And Mr. Cecil himself, I'm quoting it, he said, Mr. Gake, don't post that video. I'm obsessed with this young boy called Kenge. My words or your words, Mr. Cecil? There's nothing you can ever cheat me. There's nothing you can ever hide me, because I'm always in front of everything. And that's why Mr. Kenge is frustrated. He's just thinking about, was this the person I insulted and talked about people should unsubscribe and wave their hands? Whenever it turns to the morning, we found things were miscellaneous. Unconditional circumstances happened onto our channels. And the fraternity was laughing and waving at our channels, saying that bye, ungrateful people. And Kenge during that time, he was laughing, I've made it happen, I've fired them. He was laughing with the teeth no longer available. Whenever you want to eat, remove some of the teeth. I don't know how he always laugh, and saliva, how it's spilled out always. I was disgusted. Now it's your time for you to cry too. Because you had your own time and you frustrated us, intimidated us, you fired us, you insulted us. Now it's your own time to bear with the circumstances. Let it come. The way it came from you, let it come from us again. And only God will protect you. My friend, I tell you. Even the time you came and told me that, hey, you sent me 3 of the boys. They came to me and said, hey, bro. I came and I found some of the boys who are the goons at my fish ponds, saying that we are being sent with Kenge to you. And I was about, what's the problem with you? Goons coming to me, You chased me. They are talking about Kenya sent us the weather cloth that you are inserting or you are entering into the pond with, which is a waterproof. I said, he's demanding on this kind of a weather cloth. He doesn't reframe himself that he never paid us. And he never recalled he insulted us. He never recalled they chased me with that kind of a weather cloth, me wearing it. And I went out with it. Doesn't recall, and that's what we call absentia, amnesia of your mind. It's not reading the way it should be reading. Mr. Cecil, yesterday, he was obsessed. He could not even tell what was real available, what was real to be told, what was real happening, what was real in the village. He said that no one chased him from the villa, yet it was written and everybody knew. So you people, you are being fooled that you know what? I'm a bigger YouTuber. For who? You bigger YouTuber my foot. For what? If you're a bigger YouTuber, let people say it. Bigger YouTuber not reaching 1 million views. Unconditional. Bigger YouTuber to your wife, not anyone outside here, because YouTube is not yours. Get that kind of a point. And today, my voice is a little bit lowered, so as I can give you the real valid and expecting points that you wanted to faint with. Because you said these people, fishbone guy, faint. You are telling your own self because you are putting yourself into sacrocastepaticious condition. So the point has to be driven home the way it should be. Point number 1. It is unusual for anyone outside here, apart from the Kenge fraternity, to construct a house, which is coming very soon because the materials, I'm going to finish them today or tomorrow because it has rained already. And I'm updating you what is taking place in Nyabohanse right now. It has a little bit rained. So can you consult anyone? Ask them. How about your side? I've heard Gintu side, it has rained a little bit. What about your side? The real valid point from Nyabohanse. And the point is, I'm going to give you a challenge. Don't think that you are the only person who you could have donations and make sure that your villa could be constructed with donations. Don't fool people that was your money. I was there. I was listening. I was very careful. I was very careful listening to what was taking place. Don't teach people who can teach you. You are here talking about you holded a party of 30 days, you or donors. You holded a party of 30 days, you are receiving goats for you to sell. You hold a party of 30 days and cooking oil was being brought with people to get shoutouts. You hold a party of 30 days for child molestation, unconditional. You hold a party of 30 days talking about you hired the police for 40,000 Kenya shillings for them to see how the child molestations is ongoing and your party is stupid and stupidical things ever possible. Holding a party of 30 days. People crying, you have just took their things and no shout out has ever worked. You're saying holding a party of 30 days, you could not even pay the plumber the money. Holding a party of 30 days, not even paying the entertainment and the DJ the money that you owe them. A 30-day party, luring money to the families that you knew your people were molesting and to your area. Disgusting. Talking about you can do anything, look for the lawyers. Nobody has just talked about there's no time, you can just not look for them. Just go look for them. We are outside here waiting for them to come. You are talking about you are filing all the cases and receipts